Okay, now it's recording.
Yay!
Yay.
Got it.
Okay, ready. So today, welcome everyone for this week 6 for the study group, for the group 3. Today we are gonna discuss about an example of what happens under the UCC when the seller breach including buyer's remedies. Okay, I don't know if anyone would like to share an example. Wait, where is the template again?
Do you want if I start with a document in Google? Do you want to share?
Oh, guys, I didn't have an example.
Well, I can send you that. Let me make a copy and send a
Oh,
link.
you mean like the template?
Uh-huh.
The
But
group assignment template.
yeah, but in the Gmail account.
Oh, I don't know how to make this one.
Yeah, I can make that. Let me see.
Can I just add that the video was awesome?
Yeah, yeah.
That,
Don't worry.
I'm so glad that's over and we have one left to do. But yeah, we all did really good. Thank you guys.
Uh-huh. I don't found this. Prepare. I want to share my screen. Let me see. Lavasoa, let me show you how I make, and in the next meetings, you can put this information. Right? You copy this and open a new document in Google Docs, Google, or if you go to the Gmail account, and here do you have this square or quadro? How do you say? I don't know. Here, and put docs here, document.
Wait, okay, excuse me. Is it like the one? Where is it? This one?
Yeah, but I don't see where. But you need to only open the Gmail account and go to these applications of Google.
Okay, I see it. Okay.
And open here documentos or documents for you. And I don't know in French. Okay, and put more in blank. And now paste your template. Okay? And the next step is share for you. I don't know in French. And here, first you give another name. Group assignment 6. And introduce, but it's so difficult when you put every email. For this reason, we take this and put here cualquier usuario, but I don't know, and ready. And
cualquier usuario con enlace puede editar means anybody can edit that document.
Yeah.
That's the option.
This is the only option. It's perfect that we are recording the session and you can again see these steps, and it's okay. And now in Zoom.
All right. Thank you, Esteban.
Let me send you the link. Ready? Everyone can enter.
Wait. Oh.
Lovaso, do you enter your...
No, it doesn't allow me to open the link.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I open it.
Yeah, I got mine.
It's too complicated.
Yeah. I don't see you, Cheryl. Only I see this. Who is this?
Me, Manati.
Cheryl.
Let me click it in there. Hold on. I got 3 of them open. I guess I got a little too excited.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh. Gavin send us a message. He said that I won't able to meet today. Have to work. I'll see you guys next week. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I want to start with my...
So I can wait. Do I have access? Can I? I cannot edit it.
Oh, I'm gonna check that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can.
Only me who cannot edit, right?
What happened?
We can all edit. We can all type in there. So.
Okay, when I try to click on the link, it says that this app cannot open. Microsoft Edge can be opened using the build administration account. Sign in with a different account and try again.
Are you using an account with restrictions, Lovasoa, for kids?
I
or
don't
minors?
know. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure. As far as I know, there is no restriction in my laptop.
No, I think if you are logged on in your Google account, it will.
I send another option. Lovasoa. Again, try with the link, please.
You send a new one?
He changed the, no, it's the same link, but he just changed the sharing option. Well, actually, he's sending a new one.
But I keep receiving the same error. Okay, guys, I think for today, I don't know if anyone can be volunteer to do the editing and the lead student, because it seems like this is taking too time from our time.
It's fine. You can lead the discussion and we all can edit the document.
We've been doing that in the past meetings where we all just go in and we type. So.
Okay. All right. So as I mentioned, anyone can share a case, an example about our topics for today. It's an example of what happens, and the UCC when the seller breaches including buyer's remedies.
Yeah, I can share mine. I'm not sure if it's good or right. I'm just gonna share it. Okay, so Peter loves eating Mexican food at the Pink Garden, but he's vegan. One night, he ordered 2 tamales made of veggies and received asada tacos instead. He had paid $30 for the tamales and the delivery in total. He complained to the store, but they were apparently so busy they really did not pay him attention and hung the phone on him. Peter was devastated, mad, and hurt. He then ordered other 2 vegan tamales from the Black Tree, a Mexican food store, for $16 plus delivery fees in total. The next day, in an act of madness, Peter sues the Pink Garden for damages. The Pink Tree paid Peter $14 in difference for the cost damages to him plus additional interest met on the current market price for tamales, which each tamale is around $6. Peter received $20 in total in compensation.
Oh, I like how you use the dollar amounts, and those sound like really good tamales.
Thanks.
Good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jeanette.
You're welcome.
Very good.
Thank you. Next one.
I can share mine. Mine is very basic. It's been very basic lately. So this is all I could muster out of my head after taking the exam yesterday. But anyway, my example is a high school girls basketball team ordered matching team shirts for use during practice sessions. When the shirts arrived, the yellow lettering on the shirts were faded and some of the last names were misspelled. The coach reviewed the website and the order from the sport gear company. The order was guaranteed for your satisfaction. The coach was angry because these shirts were going to be used in a team photo that was scheduled to be taken by the end of the week. The coach of the team contacted this incorrect spelling of the teammates' names. The company also let the team have the defective shirt.
Very
I
good.
like it.
That
Really
actually
good.
happened with my daughter's team just a few months ago.
Okay. Well, and mine. Let me share my screen. I want to. Sorry. Here. I found this one really hard. Found a case like that. Because when I put this, only appears cases and definitions, but before, I know after of work 1 hour, I found they keep earnest money and so really large. And
Eh,
yeah.
okay, first of all, Esteban, maybe I
Well,
don't understand the lesson. Hello?
yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, can you go up? Disappointed seller of real estate can keep earnest money and sue fortune buyers. I think I just mixed the lesson in my head. I thought that like when we were talking about the UCC, like uniform commercial code, is it not like it has to be like we are talking about good, like the property and or not, like if something other than goods are not included, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Do you understand my question?
I see that.
or if you're talking about the real estate, you're okay. Maybe I should listen to the whole story first.
Well, when I opened my lesson 6, I found that our topic is
Oh, but it's for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
our example is the seller Richards, including this is our example.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Lobasoa. You understand me?
Yes, I do. I do know the example for today. We are talking about the UCC when seller breached the contract for remedy, including buyer's remedies. But I was thinking about the UCC. Like, is it not like it's talk only about the contract with goods,
Yeah, like
not including the property?
yeah.
Uh,
It has something about that. They call it chattel, I believe. It's what they call it. And, it's good.
with UCC?
No, that's the it's just kind of the UCC is just actually a guide, not so much
Mm,
Because
well, my,
or movables. That's what they call movables, like goods that can
I'm
be.
sorry.
And real estate and housing isn't movable.
Uh, I found this example. This is wrong. Oh, no. I don't understand. Let me read this and you choose, okay? Okay. Harold Denison offered to purchase the home at Douglas and Martha Osborne using the WB114 during a pre-closing inspection in May 2005. Denison discovered he saw an extension of the closing date to address those issues. The Osborne direct their broker to hold the nation 2000 in earnest money, and they expressed an intention to sue the nation for actual damage once tallied. The nation requested the return of the earnest money in May 2005, but the Osborne continued to have those funds in escrow even as they sold the house to a third party in October. About 6 months later, the Osborne sued Denison for breach of contract, demanding actual damage. Denison moved the court to dismiss for failure to state a claim, arguing that blocking return of the earnest money meant the Osbornes had take them as liquid damage. The nation also charged in his answer to the complaint that return of the earnest money damaged. The Osborne subsequently directed Brooker to release the earnest money. The circuit court denied Denison motion to dismiss. After the parties follow up with motion for summary judgment, the circuit court partially granted Denison's motion and ruled the Osbornes were limited to collecting the 2000 in earnest money as liquid damage. The circuit court held the Osborne that irrevocably select the remedy of liquid damage when they refused to release the earnest money in May 2005, the Court of Appeals affirmed. This is the case. I don't know if it's good without topic. It's all right.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that the seller, because the seller breaches the contract and it provides to the buyer remedies because of the breachment. So who sold the house? Denison?
Nah, Denison offered to purchase. No, Denison is
Douglas and Martha
the
Osborne are the sellers, and then Harold Dennison is the buyer. Because it says he offered to purchase the home.
Yeah, but I think the purchasers are the ones who breached the contract, right? So no, it does not apply to this case.
I think that was for the problem that we have with they have with the seller. Argument blocking return. No, for the damage in the house. I think that, but I don't know. It's okay. Well, don't worry.
But I don't think so, because the seller never breached the contract, even though there were damages.
Okay.
Yeah, because
look,
there's.
Denison discovered dam insulation and dam walls in the basement. And he saw an extension of the closing date to address those issues. But the Osbornes refused and the deal did not close. Because was for the problem that they found this insulation and dam walls. I found this, but I think this is a breach of.
No, it is a breach of contract, but I don't think it's a breach by the seller. We're doing how the seller breaches, not the buyer.
Yeah.
The buyer is number 2, the seller is number 3.
Yeah, the seller is number 3. Okay, don't worry.
It's good, but it's a good example, Steven. It's good.
Yeah, it was really difficult to open this.
Okay, thank you. So which example we are gonna choose then for our case for today?
You said you didn't have an example, Lovasoa?
No.
Okay, I vote for Cheryl's example.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like the whole tamale. That got me hungry, so I like yours.
No.
Say Cheryl.
Cheryl.
I'll put it in the document. These are funny. I had to tell you my computer is running really slow.
Don't worry.
Yeah. My daughter is taking an art class, and she put something on here, and it's just been running very slow, and it's very irritating.
This sometimes happens.
Yes. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm pasting it into the document.
Okay, well, we are waiting. Okay, so we decide to take the example for Janet or for Cheryl?
For Cheryl.
Okay, so I have a question. While we are waiting for the document to be uploaded on her computer. Okay. How do you guys able to find the example that you choose? Like, where do you go?
Okay. Do you need to go and your assignment?
Oh, Esteban, I can only view. It's not letting me
Again,
edit.
let me first. I don't like this computer. Let me.
I'm sorry.
No, you can.
Oh yes, Esteban. I cannot even
Yeah.
anything.
Let me check that.
So we just refresh the website to see if we can edit it.
Ah,
It's the same.
hold
Yeah.
on. Mine is taking forever.
Ready? Everyone can edit the document?
Except
No.
you.
No.
Oh,
Yes. Yes, it's view only.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with this. Let me send me here.
Oh, I can edit now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ready? Awesome. Well, Lovasoa, do you need to go and here in your
Yes.
Canvas models, week 6, and every week is the same, and go to the prepare study group, and here we have our group topics. And as we are the group 3, all weeks are we are the group 3. For this reason, we take this topic. But I don't know why I confused with this. But it's okay. It's this group 3. Lovaso, you understand?
Okay. I know how to get in this one.
Okay.
But my question
go back,
is,
Stephen. Yeah, and show her. Yeah, it says in the, it says there, number 2, write an example of that concept of the group, and then it says, similar to last week's assignment, individually write an example to best illustrate your group topic. You are not required to use a news article for this week's example. So this example, you were not required to use an article from the news.
so you just make it.
For this week only, we made it out. But maybe for next week, we can make it out, or we can get a news example. It depends on the instructions.
For example, the next week, our group topics is give an example of Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
That's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. Well, let me close my share.
So we're basically just coming up with an example unless directions or instructions are given otherwise. We usually just come up with it by ourselves.
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen, Cheryl?
Not really. You're doing good, Esteban.
Okay.
I don't want to my computer's running really slow, so.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, here, Cheryl. Paste. Okay. We have the let me analyze this example and start with I don't know, formation.
Explanation of our example.
A high school girls in order matching shears for use during practice session. Your lettering and the shears were flying. English. Oh,
Oh, if I could learn how to type.
oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness. See, I cannot type.
The seller's sport gear company breaches the contract with
Wow, this is a good.
Team Coach when they place the phrase guaranteed of your satisfaction.
Sports Shoes Company is the name of the enterprise?
I
Or
guess we could, so we can capitalize those.
okay.
Okay. Janet, let me. What is the page of this case in the book?
What's the page?
Yeah.
Let me check. I just reviewed last night. So it's on chapter 9.
Chapter 9.
Mm-hmm. And
Chapter 9.
the page is
193?
93.
193? Is that
Okay, for reach of sales company.
It's on 194.
Yeah. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm.
sound good? So what kind of question can we get out of this?
okay, question.
Oscar Lucas has. This question. Algo así, pero ok.
What do you think? Change it if you need to, please.
Okay. Well, the seller sports your company breached the contract with the team coach. The team plays an order with the sporting company for team shares to be used by a certain day. Ah, this is a principle. Make whole. Yeah.
You see it on page 193 of the textbook.
The make whole principle is produced. Very good.
And then it has on page
Yeah.
1 where it says a seller may breach a sales contract, then it gives 3 different things. And then in the next paragraph, it says the seller can remedy the situation by, or the buyer can buy other goods, recover damages for any difference in price plus additional expenses, recover damages based on the difference between the contract price and the current high of the contract, or obtain specific performance if the goods are unique. I don't know. I would say we should use Janelle. Janelle had prices and everything.
Maybe.
They recovered damages for goods that didn't comply with the contract because they ordered.
Maybe if we put in the question and in the page 194, we have topics for obtain this breach. For example, the first topic is failing to deliver the goods as agreed, delivering goods that do not conform to the contract, expressing an unwillingness to go forward with the contract. And maybe the four answer all of the above. We can put that in the court as correct answer. A seller may breach a sales contract, and in the quiz question we can put that. What was the how do you say the seller?
The seller, the sports gear company. The seller is
Mhm. ¿Cuál es?
noted them.
For what causes the seller breach a sales contract? And that's all. Quiz question for me.
What do you think, Lovasola and Jimmy?
Because if we put the breach, Janet it's not here. And Loasoa, you understand me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we have to include the in our because I'm not sure if we use the existing question. Do we touch the breach of the contract?
Sorry, Janet, I'm listening too much.
Oh, me?
Yeah, I listen and music and here.
Oh, sorry. Let me fix that.
Yeah. I like the whole principle. I want to put all together with make whole principle and the topics how cause this breach. I don't know how to do that.
Does that sound better?
Okay. Well,
Because we're talking when the seller breaches the contract.
Principle. How did when did it reach? How breach? How? But this is the remedy or the breach?
This is the remedy because in our example, let me see, give an example of what happens under the UCC when the seller breaches, including buyer's remedies. And so I changed the question to what did the team's coach do to fix this problem from what the breach that the sports gear company.
Yeah, but I think the ones who remedies is the seller, not the buyer. Again, we are doing this one. Buyer's remedies were reached by seller.
Yes.
So
the buyer hasn't. It says down on the bottom, the buyer may buy other goods known as covering and then recover those damages. And so in this example, the coach, he called the company and then, oh, that's true. I get what you're saying now. Sorry, took me a minute. I had to go through it through my brain.
Yeah.
You can change it to that, please.
oh, the question?
Yeah, you can change it, you can modify it.
Okay, under the whole principle, how did the sports your company?
I guess it's better way.
Remedy the team's coach for breach Mhm.
Ah, yeah, we found this is in the Mayboy other goods and no as covering and recover damage for any difference in price plus additional expenses. Recover damage basis on the difference between the contract price and the current market price. Recover damage for goods that do not comply with the contracts or obtain a specific performance if the goods are unique.
Mhm.
Mm. This is a seller remedies.
Mhm. So we can do the
We can put as answer of questions.
mhm.
Mm.
Well, it was an equal remedy. It was uh, how you call it? A specific performance.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
covering. We have covering, recover damages,
Mhm.
and with a different in price plus additional expenses. Here, and recover damage basis on the difference between the contract price and the current market price. Uh, we can put all that, I think, in the correct answer.
It's on the last one. It says or obtain specific performance if the goods are unique. And so this would be kind of unique because it had the individual girls' last names. So
Uh-huh.
It's let me double check that.
Okay.
why do they have their feedback there?
No, it's okay. It's okay. La compañía. We can put as a wrong answer. Let me see. And the wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easy. I don't know if you are agree. And the seller recover the damages or with pain. Pain.
Mhm.
I am making the no. It's one now. The wrong answer. I specialist said in that. A ver, and recover damage for just recover the damage.
Does example have to show that the buyer sued the seller?
I don't think so.
Because if it's to the seller, now we have to include
I don't think so. It just says has a breach of contract.
The seller recover the machines. How do you think as a wrong answer here? Let me show you. The seller recovered the damages with a new shares with a plus additional expenses.
Oh, so this,
And correct answer.
So he
no.
just
No.
Oh, but it's a wrong answer. Okay.
that sounds good. That's
Mhm.
Another, we can put the seller.
Actually, this explains what it is. Buyer's remedies for breach by seller. The wrong answer.
What?
Because I mean, it's like when we were discussing about the Shirley Parker against Fox, how she could not get another similar job, and if she could get it, she could claim just the difference from what Fox owed to her. It's kind of similar here. Just when it's about a sale transaction, they have to add the difference price of the product. So it's plus that. So this is a good answer, but does not apply to the context of the circumstance we use as an example. But it's actually part of the what it's the remedies. It's supposed to go to
Court. I am confused.
we can make it easier. We can just change a little bit the example. The company ignored the coach. The coach, but the items didn't comply to the contract, and then the company paid the additional difference plus I don't know, interest, and we make it easy.
okay.
Ignored coach, bought the merchandise from another store for how much was that? Because we have to put prices.
We'll go ahead and put a let's see, hold on.
For 40, 50. No.
70. $5.
Is there a coach order? Which was delivered in a timely manner. So the other one, in a timely manner. The coach sued sports gear co
Were they
to sorry, what was that?
or they did or
Mhm. Damages and the co and was awarded $100 plus
Mhm.
the coach sued Sport Cheat Code for compensatory damages and was awarded $100 plus what's the so it says that plus what the cost of the product is in average in the market.
say
That
that?
means
Sorry.
it means so what I understand when they do this compensatory damages, he earns the difference plus the real cost or the average cost
Mhm.
the product has in the market. That's how they calculate all these things.
Mhm.
The thing is, so it's going to be compensated to him what would cost a t-shirt by itself or the whole lot. I think the whole lot because he's buying
Yeah.
individually. So in the market would be
For an individual shirt, they're probably, we'll say $25.
plus 25 for individuals. Sure. Okay, so if an individual shirt is $25, does that mean it's going to be paid only what the price it is individually? Or do we have to multiply that price, I'm sorry, by the whole lot he bought?
Probably.
By the whole lot? Recovered damages for, okay, so recovered damages for any difference in price. We already have that plus additional expenses.
Yeah.
Recovered damages based on the difference between the contract price and the current market price. Okay. So if the market price is $25 for the shirts, okay, so girls was order 11. So for 11, 25, that makes it $275. So he won't get any additional he wouldn't get any additional then
Unless you want to.
let's put, this is too expensive, 300. Okay, let's put, yeah, 300 and let's put let's put 200 here and 75, and let's put here 175. No, let's put $250 plus delivery fee
Mhm.
And so let's think the $275 is the correct price,
Mhm.
and we're gonna calculate. So each shirt was $25, and so we're gonna make more expensive this company then for 90. Compensation is awarded, 300. Must be that 300. Will be $25, and plus dollars for each individual shirt cost in the market. That would be $275. In total, the coach got back the defective t-shirts.
Very
They're
good.
not t-shirts, they're just shirts.
Shirts.
Very good, Janet. Huh,
You're welcome.
was amazing.
Okay, so now we have the problem complete. Okay, explanation of the example date, phrase the product, coach, mitigated damages by buying from another seller, and then sued the SGC for compensatory damages. Okay, so now we have that. Now we can go and so under the Mayhole principle, how did this work? Your company remedy the team's coach by seller. So this is a feedback. Correct answer. The company paid the difference from mitigation, which was $25 plus the market price on the shirts plus the average market price on the individually on the shirts.
Oh, so my wrong answer is a good answer right now.
It's a good answer.
Okay.
This is compensatory. By okay, the seller provided a compensatory remedy to coach by So, guys, how do you think? What do you think?
Very good.
Very good. Let me put another. Let me put this wrong answer. What do you think? As a mitigation, mitigation, no, damage. Yeah, mitigation. Was less than $100, the seller does not need to compensate the damage.
Oh, good one.
One. I don't know when I reading somewhere in the book that the compensatory damage could be for $1. You can the seller pay until $1.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know when I read where I read that.
Excuse me, Esteban, what was your question again?
I don't know where I found that when seller breach the contract or something like that, the buyer can uh, can obtain the damages since $1 to millions, but the minimum is $1.
Is it on page 167, Esteban?
What?
Is it on page 167? 167?
167.
On the second paragraph under the box.
Yeah, it's here. And we can put this as a feedback.
Good job, Esteban. Can't even remember things like that.
Yeah. How we can put it? Yeah, we can put this is immeasurable. 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 Sometimes the injury or damage plaintiff.
So, Lova, what do you think?
As the mitigation is less than $100, it's not as much. Compensate for the damage. Yeah, exactly. It's a wrong answer.
What's the wrong answer?
As the mitigation was less than. Are you not in that part? Because the compensation there is how to say this? No matter how much is the, doesn't mean like if it's less than $100, they don't need to compensate the damages. They have to compensate the damages even if it's less than $100.
Oh, yes, but that's a wrong answer. We have to put wrong answers on purpose.
Yeah, what I mean is, yeah, it's okay. It's an exact wrong answer.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Lova, can you think of a wrong answer that we can put in here?
Let me think.
Seriously. I'm like, I just can't think of anything. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
Dollars. Dollars. Okay, the damage can be immeasurable from $1 to millions of dollars. Hmm.
What does that mean, this feedback? The damages can be immeasurable from $1 to millions of dollars.
I don't know.
What are you doing, Steph?
Isn't this a conflict with the wrong answer number one?
This is, it's supposed to be the feedback on the wrong answer.
I sometimes the injury or damage to plane is negligible. That is, the financial loss to the complaint party is too small as to be practically immeasurable. And that case, the plaintiff will receive only nominal damages immeasurable.
And the
This
mitigation was $275. It wasn't less than $100.
The mitigation was how much?
275.
I think that $25.
No, that's mitigation.
The mitigation is complete all the, because
But
they pay 275.
mitigation can be made by the wrong seller and by buying the stuff, excuse me, from other seller. So there's two types of mitigation. Well, it's not mitigation from the seller, it's compensation. It's called compensation from the seller, and mitigation if you fail me and I go somewhere else to buy it. That's mitigation.
Well, $500. Put this
I think
more
200 from does not need to compensate for the $25 damages left. What about that one?
very good.
And then you can put here your whole principle. You were talking about the whole principle, right? Now, making whole.
Uh-huh. With the main whole attempt to assist them.
It's
Lovasoa, do you want to help us with the wrong answer 3? Maybe you can put this wrong answer in the chat and here, the chat, wrong answer of Lovasoa. Nice. Put your wrong answer here and your feedback for finish this because I need to go. Lovasoa?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? You can think. Don't worry. Millions of dollars. A ver.
It's a difference. I cannot believe we're like in half the semester.
Thank goodness.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Thank.
This semester is just, I don't know what it is, but I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm
me too. Yesterday I present 2 exams.
really serious.
Of accounting and was terrible.
Oh my God.
Accounting is really hard.
Yes.
The first exam doesn't was, but this exam, and I know, and I don't know how the next exam will be.
Did you have to do calculations on Excel?
In Excel?
Huh?
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that part.
Yes?
Yeah.
I don't like, but I'm learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Have you,
take the course. I take the course of Excel and was really excited, but these need practices, many practices. Wow. The coach was not made whole because he had to do more.
You guys, I was able to go inside of the document.
you were.
Yeah, you know what I did is instead of click directly on the chat box, I copy the link and paste it on the Chrome document, and then it works.
It worked.
Very good.
Good job, Loba.
Yeah, so my mind is not working.
Oh my goodness, it's already almost 11.
The make whole principle.
Bye.
Sometimes I want to stay here in home and don't work and only study. This is my dream. I only that. Ah.
Look at you, Janine. Thank you for filling that out.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well,
Wrong answer number 3.
maybe Lobasoa, do you want to work in the wrong answer 3?
I'm thinking, but still couldn't find a question, a wrong answer yet.
Do you have do you want to send us in chat here? Or maybe
I have one.
okay.
This is not how you call it? What are we doing? We're doing buyer's remedy for breach by seller. This is not a breach of contract because there was only violation in the warranty clause. Okay, because the merchandise
Oh yeah, very good.
delivered and there was only violation of the warranty clause.
Maybe, Janet, do you need to study as a lawyer like that?
What happened?
Maybe you need to change of career.
Contract because the merchandise was delivered and there was only a minimal violation in the warranty clause. What happened here? It says it's a breach of contract if you don't get the wanted items. The ones that you order, so it's a breach of contract.
Okay. I see that our teacher put our score and grade or grades in for our case. 45.
Yeah.
45.
What? For the presentation?
Yeah.
Why? Let me check that.
What did you
I need to check that. Check that.
I'm checking that.
Why? What did we do?
Let's appeal that. Oh,
I don't know. I'm confused. Let me see.
I know that it said that it had to be at least 10 minutes or the max was 10 minutes and we went over. It was 14 minutes.
oh yeah, went over, like it was too long.
Yeah.
Because of,
Yeah.
yeah. Where is that? Where's the case? Where is it?
What?
No, it has not been graded.
As I said in your last comment, please do not keep turning in a sign. Oh, no. This is for me.
Oh, yeah, it has not been graded. Yeah.
Yeah. This was for me. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I got scared.
I was like, we worked so hard on that thing.
It's not getting the agreed goods.
Sorry. False alarm.
We done.
This was for I in my amicus I obtained 35 of 15 because this day in 15 minutes I made this work and only put a resume and all that.
The summary. He just put the summary of the work before the deadline because he hadn't worked on the amicus curiae. So he just gathered the information we put on the presentation case and made it in the last 15 minutes. And he got 35 points. I mean, it was good, Esteban. You got 35 points instead of 0.
Yeah.
Right?
That summary, man. Okay.
So
Well,
guys, let's give it a quick glance to this. I really don't know the difference on the market. It's individually or it doesn't state that. It's just a difference in contracts on the market. So I assume it's for each individual piece that he bought. Do you agree with that, or
yeah.
do you would like to change something there?
No. For me, it's okay.
Right. Okay, so how it looks like? Looks okay? No, what's not okay, Lobasoa? You said something, Loba?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So what do you think? It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
This is the work we have worked the most.
I know.
Yeah. Don't worry. Well, I need to go.
Okay, Loba. So we're gonna ask you to just please copy and paste the link of your video on the document. Do you know how to do that?
I stopped the record first, right?
Okay. Yes, stop the recording